Hi everybody, George here, creator of the Bearsons and Ben the Bear, George with a Hair Bear, and the upcoming new show, Bertie the Lad. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, what exactly am I going to be talking about this time? Well, I'm sure that there's something that I need to tell you. Now, it's something that I've been wanting to think about for quite a long time. Yeah, I mean, after all, we may have already had GTV and the same with GBC, the logos that was created by George Brin. But of course, I already came up with the identity of the name first, yeah, because GBC was my brainchild, really. So I have decided to be making two production companies, and it also will be created by me because one will be for children's programs, including Bertie the Lamb and the new show that I'm going to be thinking about, Gordon the Gonk. Okay, and the adult one is for, and also for one is for adults as well, which includes the Bearsons, the cartoon series of Book the Raccoon, and even the cartoon series of me and the Hair Bear. Okay, so I shall now tell you for which ones am I talking about. Okay, now the first production company which I'm going to talk about is Rumple Bear Productions. Now, the reason why this is going to be called Rumple Bear Production, it's because I've had no Hair Bear as an old Rumple Bear for quite a long time. I think I've had him for over 30 years. So, unfortunately, I had to throw him away. That's after the fourth and the final movie of Georgia and O'Hare Bear. So, have a look at these pictures if you don't believe me. So, as you can see, now this is no Hair Bear as a stuffed toy. So, yeah, that's the very bear that I have had for about over 30 years. So, yeah, because no Hair Bear has a lot of adventures growing up. Well, of course, I didn't actually film him back then, but in 2017 I did as a London student. And then, of course, after No Hair Bear was being scrapped into Scrapyard, this is what the cartoon version of him looks like. So this is obviously the cartoon version. So that means that this cartoon version of No Hair Bear will be continuing on to its legacy. So yeah, so this is what No Hair Bear looks like, first as a live action bear turned cartoon. And as promised, here is the production company logo, which you will probably see on future cartoon series. So obviously, now this is the very logo that I was talking about. Yep, it features No Hair Bear as a Rumple Bear. So yep, there he is, holding a toffee in his paw, because I know how much No Hair Bear loves sugar-free toffee. So I decided to include that one. I mean, it's not like it gets a candlestick or anything. So obviously, it does say a Rumple Bear production. So yeah, this is what he will look like as a mascot for Rumple Bear Company. So yeah, because obviously this is just obviously that's where the inspiration for my old Rumple Bear continues. So yeah, that's a Rumple Bear, really good for adults as well. So yeah, that's a Rumple Bear production. Yeah, and as Jordan always used to say on Children's GBC, he always says, from one Ragdoll Productions classic to another Ragdoll Production classic. Yeah, that's what he always said. Now, it's because I have decided, because after I got inspired for what Jordan said about Ragdoll Productions, now, a Rumble Bear Productions is a parody to the original company of Ragdoll Productions. You know, Ragdoll Productions was made famous for its good programs such as Rosie and Jim, Tots TV, Brum, Pob, and then I say it, Teletubbies, In and Out Garden, and the rest is history. So obviously, I decided to call this production company a Rumble Bear production. So yeah, it's just basically Rumple Bear. So yeah, this is just for adults as well, for those who enjoy my content. Oh, and if you think Rumple Bear production isn't the only company that's for adults, well, I even have decided to make one production company for children. So let's have a look at that picture so that I can tell you for what it is. So as you can see, now this is a Penny Plush production logo. Yeah, because it featured Penelope Butterfly, who looks like dressed up as a rag doll. Yeah, there's a red bow on her head, a blue spotty dress with an apron, and some black shoes as well. So obviously she was trying to look very pretty for the logo. And yeah, she's a mascot of Penny Plush, so it's obviously based off the original Ragdoll logo from 1995. So yeah, obviously because she knows that she looks very pretty in that dress, I decided to call it Penny Plush. Now that's a company for children. That oh, and of course, this is what it will be used for new cartoon series for children if needed. So yeah, that's what Penny Plush production looks like. So yeah, that's what a Penny Plush production looks like. So yeah, based off a Ragdoll logo as well as a Rumble Bear one is. So yeah, that's the two production companies that I was talking about. So these two production logos, that's what we will be using from now on whenever it comes to the cartoon series. Like I've already started the pilot episode of Georgia with a Hair Bear. That's what that logo that you'll be seeing as well. And don't forget, however, on 20th of January of 2026, well, make sure you keep an eye out for a special pilot episode in which it will be me and No Hair Bear's first move to a new place in Berry Street. So that's what you'll be seeing very soon. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll probably see you for when I get a chance. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I go. Now it's because that, as I was talking about the programs earlier on, now because Penny Plush Productions may need some programs, just like Ragdoll did with some programs. So obviously, the very first program that we're going to have is Gordon the Gonk. Yeah, it's because it's a bit similar to Harry Jeremy, which I am planning to think about making. Because seeing as that the Gonk was such a success on the Bearsons' future, well, it will only be like a couple of minutes episode featuring Gordon himself. And I don't think there'll be a pilot of that one, but it's just because it'll be a 13 episode series of it. Yeah, just like Harry Jeremy has, because it was a forgotten gem. And also for Bertie the Lamb, however, well, you could say that it'll be the second program to be featuring the Penny Plush Productions logo. So, yep, that's basically for the future. All right then. Well, I better get on with making a pilot episode, and it's coming soon to YouTube, which is coming up next week. So make sure you don't miss it. So until then, bye bye everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.